Okay, Hare Krishna. Greetings from Jagannath Puri. Right now, Krishna-katha Maharaj is giving class. I'll just probably speak for half hour. Just somehow I get real good reception here. Om Vijnana Timarandasya Kananjana Shalakaya Taksur Unmulatam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mano Bhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Sayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sapadantikam Panchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasa Devor Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So greetings from Puri. Maybe I hope, let's see if I can just take you on a little tour. That a little bit enlivening for you.
This is the reason to approach about Lord Brahma advises to go to Surabhi. Surabhi takes him to meet Indra. They perform the Abhishek of Krishna, and Krishna is consecrated as now Krishna he's worshipped by all the demigods, by Indra, Surya, and so on. After they're all finished with their worship, they leave all the paraphernalia from the lying around. And Krishna leads, He's a coward boy, he doesn't want to be so he's very Then the coward boys come around and they see all this paraphernalia. Oh, cool. Yeah. Let's worship Krishna. And so they pick up all the paraphernalia and in sort of the joke way, they arati and
Like that.
And also the powerful men, they also are advised you should worship Krishna. And so Krishna gets worshipped 3 or 4 times. And all of this just wants to get
That was kind of interesting. It's beautiful, the decorations, the posters, and absolutely the most amazing kirtaniers in the world are here. Today we went to a place called Alalanath. Alalanath is from Alwarnath. It was the Alwars are the Acharyas before Ramanujacharya. So the Alwarnath, also called Alalanath, because the Bengali pronounces Alwar as Alala. And the Gaudiya Math temple where Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati did bhajan. And I have a godbrother named Pancharatna. and Madhavananda is not here. I put him in charge of all the parikrams. And he does spontaneous dramas that are fabulous. He did one with Jamuna Jaya today about Bhakti Siddhanta. And then we went to this coconut tree forest where we gave class and had prasadam, where Bhakti Siddhanta went into his ecstasy. And then, we just did kirtan. I know we spoke before about Ramananda Sambad, but it's really been a new experience speaking the whole thing in 5 days. Also, Jai Jagannath is just a brilliant person, has been giving classes. And we kind of have a theme of how Krishna consciousness works, that just, it's synchronicity. It comes through, you see Jesus on the wall. It's a Catholic retreat center. The fathers are absolutely wonderful. And they're painting, so there's actually behind the speaker is a big statue of Jesus. But they love us here. So the theme has been worship or prayer. Jai Jagannath gave a class and described it's avesh. Avesh means absorption. How bhakti works, and this was my own analysis. How bhakti works is that when you pay attention to Krishna and you experience Krishna, Krishna's all attractive. So he draws out your soul, which is consciousness, which reaches its fruition in love and devotion. But the experience requires a certain concentration. I always give the example of a magnifying glass and a piece of paper. The paper doesn't burn when you focus the sun through the magnifying glass on the paper unless it's concentrated. Even I've been trying one meditational technique that I chant the third verse of the Shastakam before each round. And I chant it as many times as it takes for me to hear the mantra once. So there has to be concentration. Otherwise, we don't get the effect of that sambandha. And that focus. Yoga means to control the mind. Of course, in bhakti, when you control the mind, you focus it on Krishna, which is called devotion or worship. And the advantage in the bhakti meditation is that our object of worship is not just a prop, it's God. So there's a reciprocation with it, besides the fact that we're just focusing and controlling the mind. This is what worship means. And this is, Jagannath made it. We think that's the goal when it's actually the process is the focus. It's not that we practice for so many years and then we focus, but the practice is focus, absorption. And Kinchana Krishna gave a class on a practical guide to Smaran. We described his own experience, and I wrote about it, his own experience of prayers, just the practice of focusing the mind. Because focusing the mind brings one in the mode of goodness, and without the mode of goodness, there's no memory. There's no perception. The mode of goodness is the mode of clarity. So actually, to experience God, you have to focus, you have to bring yourself to goodness. So this is the process. I also describe why Sankirtan it's the umbrella of the false ego. Like the sun is so powerful, but a small object like an umbrella could shade you from its rays. So God is so powerful, and that experience of praying is so powerful. Just the false ego. That experience. Pure devotional service is so powerful. When it's not pure, the consciousness of material desires and desires for liberation serve as a kind of a filter from the effect of the Son of Krishna's love. Prema means the energy between two beings in relationship. That energy is the goal. That energy is also the process. I mentioned this very times, the Bhakti Sandarbha, it cites a verse to describe how bhakti is the abhideya. And I quoted this one, Ishadu Peitasya Viparyo Smiti. Isha, God, we turn away. And how do we turn away from God? Ontologically, you can't turn away from God because God is everywhere. You can only turn away from God in your consciousness. When you have false ego, which means I don't want to be a devotee, then you close your consciousness to God, but because you have to have an identity, you accept another identity. It's just a false identity. I think may enjoy that too. I have to walk out also. I just wanted to connect with you all. I hope that was enlightening for you. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I connected to all of you, even though it's the middle of the festival. It's really, really wonderful. Anyway, I did summarize this Ramananda Samvad on that principle of Lord Chaitanya looking for a verse that describes the ultimate goal of life, and how the verses describe deeper and deeper levels of absorption. I mean, personally, in our own practice, we have to become avesh, we have to become absorbed, and therefore it has to be exclusive. We don't have taste, or if we don't have taste, it's because we're not making the effort, even the austerity, just to focus on the holy name without any distraction. And so much can happen if we do that. Even if our mind's initially disturbed by that practice of attempting to focus, we'll go into deeper and deeper levels of concentration. And as we clear the filters of distraction from the consciousness, we'll more and more feel that energy. And that energy is pleasure. And therefore, by chanting the holy name of Krishna in absorption, we will experience a pleasure, so that rather than being a chore, rather than our objective finishing, Vayam Natu Vitriptatma Uttama Shloka will never get tired of it. So, the first verse, remember, was you do your duty. So that's a type of focus on God because it's God's laws. But why you're doing your duty is because of your material nature. And the expression of the material nature is external to the soul. And then you finally come to a point where even renunciation is external to the soul. You finally come to a point where you practice pure devotional service, which means your consciousness is just dedicated to God through hearing from Guru and Krishna. But there's something more intense is when it becomes pure. The practice may be pure, but the consciousness is not yet pure. But by the pure practice of Uttama Bhakti, by the practice of Anyabhilashita Shunyam, no other motives, just focusing on Krishna, even making that attempt, sitting humbly, listening to Krishna-katha, looking with affection with the deities, your devotion increases. And then it describes, just like thirst makes water taste better and hunger makes food taste better, so the want or desire for God makes our consciousness more receptive to the bliss of that relationship with God. And then ultimately, it becomes even more focused and more energy of love when there's relationship, because love is manifest most profoundly through relationship, personal relationship. And he gives a verse that just by hearing the holy name, just by chanting the holy name, he becomes a place of pilgrimage. What to speak of someone who becomes God's servant? So Lord Chaitanya wanted more, and he spoke about friendship, Sakiras, where the focus is somehow or other exclusive and not mixed with an obligation, a fear of not doing it, something external to spontaneous love. And of course, ultimately, parental love has more taste. Or you have Shantaras, which is Gyanis and Tapasvis. Shantaras is Gyanis and Tapasvis. And there's no mood of service. They just appreciate God because God is so great. They don't even have a sense that he needs service. They just want to appreciate him. But when you come to the mood of service, there's appreciation and service. And then when you become to the mood of friendship, there's appreciation, there's service, and there's fraternity. And then when you come to the stage of parental love, there's appreciation, there's service, there's fraternity, and there's a feeling of mercy. And then conjugal love has the preceding four plus intimacy. So then he discusses Madhurya Rasa in such beautiful verses. And then he still wants more. So of those of the gopis, the fullest, most consummate absorption is Srimati Radharani. And there's verses that are described that even though Krishna's lusty desires couldn't be fulfilled within the rasa dance, and when Radharani left. So we're up to that point. Yes, today I spoke out in this beautiful forest, and then they want something more, and what's something more is not only Sri Radha, but verses of Sri Radha at the height of her devotion, where the absorption is so great that describes it. They melt in devotion, almost like Radharani is shellac and Krishna's body is indented in our consciousness, where its absorption is so great that they're practically not aware of themselves. And that was the limit. So I'm going to go around now. I tried to give something. We'll see who's enjoying the prasadam, okay? And then I'll say hello to some of you. Okay, I hope that was okay. I'll probably have to go now. Anybody like to say hello?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Śrīla
that?
and Reed.
Hare Krishna.
And
Where
Yamuna's
are
in the
you?
back.
Let me see you. Can I see you?
Do you see me?
How does this? Oh, yeah. Can I see you? Is there any possibility of me seeing you?
Yeah, our video is on.
Oh, let me see. Maybe the video is closed or something.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
He's trying to find the video.
I need to. Okay, then I'll show you guys the kirtan again. You'll like it.
Yeah.
Did you see the decorations? Just got on.
No, we came almost towards the end. We popped on.
Okay, let me give you a little tour. And then
The service is a little bit choppy. Jai, is sitting there. Who is singing, Maharaj?
Oh, that's
He's just eligible for a lot of kirtan.
Oh wow.
Ashtoka Krishna's brother, maybe.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Like a big courtyard.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I need someone. Let me get someone so I can see you. 1 second.
Hit someone.
How can I use this so I can see the people that are there?
No, he's muted though.
I'll fix it. Maharaj, it's muted. Oh, he's gonna go to the computer.
I don't know. Maharaj, you're muted.
Okay, I'm not muted now.
Okay, we hear you now.
Can you see? Did
I
you
can
swipe
see
to
you. I don't know if you can see me.
Wait, it's
We can see a
Hi,
room.
Bo.
yeah, we can see your room. Hari Bol,
You
Maharaj.
can't see me?
No, it's facing your room.
can't-
You have to
You have to switch your camera
switch the camera.
in the top.
Okay,
top left.
I'm learning all the
There you go.
techniques now.
Here we are. Vivo.
Great to see you guys. Look, Leela, I've been meaning, Reed, every day to respond to your message. I'm really concerned that you come into Vrindavan in the right way.
I've been concerned
don't
about the
miss it.
same thing.
I'll send you the schedule. I don't know what your thing is, but I'll send you the schedule we have at least of Govardhan.
Mm-hmm.
And at least, the last couple of days will get your place out in Govardhan. And if you miss the whole thing, we'll give you a crash course in entering the Dham. Because it's really important because the Echo Village has a certain beauty to it. You're not there now, right?
We're here at the Eco Village, yeah.
Yeah, it has a certain external beauty to it. And Vrindavan, it's easy for it to be externally covered. Especially when you come to Vrindavan, which is the city, which is the town, which is getting more and more crowded.
Mm-hmm.
But when you enter it the right way, but even if you have your group, I can see if I can arrange, if Jamuna Bari thinks it fits into your schedule, that you go to that roti place.
I think
So
that would be
you
amazing.
see
Definitely fit into the schedule.
Well, maybe at the beginning, you let me know the day you arrive and I'll arrange someone to take you there because I'm going to be out at my, our own little retreat. And the fifth, Champak, and we'll see. And yeah, but it's been great because we got such amazing kirtaniers. I mean, phenomenal. And we went out today on Prikram. It was wonderful. Just yeah, it's working out quite nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Leela, have you entered there yet, or you?
I'm
What?
still a little bit jet lagged, but I woke up at 2:45 a.m. today, chanted all my japa, went to Mangal Arti, so I feel like I'm on a good roll. The jet lag is helping.
Wow, Jai's been giving great classes too.
Mm-hmm.
Really great classes. Yeah.
I was gonna ask, maybe we can. I'm sure you're really busy with the retreat, but maybe we can just have a quick phone call and we can kind of decide what would be the best schedule or plan so that I can come in the right mood.
Okay. I can speak to you in a half hour.
Okay.
What do you have in a half hour?
There's just some kirtan
Okay.
here, but I can stay here.
Okay,
Maharaj.
a half hour you can call me.
Sounds good,
Okay.
Maharaj.
By the way,
Thank you.
Jamuna,
Yes, Maharaj.
I got to see you. That Ayurvedic retreat center was something. They took us to their pharmacy. They have about 12 rooms. They had one thing about half the size of a football field filled with 1,200 herbs. They hire people to collect from the Himalayas and they make their own medicines. And Niranjan Swami had high blood pressure for like 30 years. And they took him off of it in 5 days because his feet was swollen from the but when they gave him their medicine, which is an herb, it completely brought it down to normal. So they have powerful medicines. So that was kind of fun. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to have to go because I only gave the class because I'm kind of steady, but I couldn't really speak philosophy. But the classes have been going really, really well. And we have a seminar hall here. And the eating is over the top because we got this incredible cook. I mean, he's one of the best I've ever seen. And he cooks breakfast and lunch. And then there's a Jagannath feast every evening. Did I show you the Jagannath Prasad?
No, we didn't see it.
Did you see it?
We missed it, but we
Okay,
don't
I'll
want
show
to.
you the Jagannath Prasad. No, I'm okay.
Hello.
Śrīla.
Hi, how are you? Hare Krishna.
Haribo.
Haribo. Come
Haribo.
on, come on. Okay. It's all talking out
Oh,
of the
wow.
shot.
All the pots.
We're on our way, Maharaj.
Just back to the kirtan, and then you call me in a half hour.
Okay. Sounds good, Maharaj. Haribo.
Okay, Hari.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, this is Krishna-katha. Thank you very much. I heard the kirtan, it was really great.
Okay, I'm headed out now.